and the Colts have it.
As a coordinator, you got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose. And
look at the fumble right here, and it's picked up on the bounce, and there he goes.
Another week in the fucking books. We're officially halfway through.
Yes.
Guys, I'm not fucking trying to front when I say this is a service I'm providing, and it's a hobby I have.
Yes.
It's a good time.
It's good times, man. I mean, we love doing this.
Yeah, there's nothing else I want to do than pick games. Like this Thursday night one, just to...
Oh, man, this is going to be a hard one to even talk about, though, man.
Yeah, we're at the point of the year, too. A lot of these games, I'll be honest, I've been really busy this weekend. Andre, where were you this weekend?
Oh, I went to Oxford, Mississippi for a football game, college football. Ole Miss against Texas A&M. It was a great game, man.
It had to have been one of the coolest games you've probably ever seen live.
Oh, yeah, man, my first SEC game. The crowd was electric. The crowd was interactive too, man. I mean, I thought I was at a club at first because, man, the speakers and they had music playing and the crowd was just going crazy.
How's the tailgate's the real question.
I did not tailgate.
I
didn't tailgate.
They weren't.
I wanted to do that, but it was all good. We just went straight to the game. Yeah. But it was exciting. I'm glad I went. And this will be an annual thing for the
awesome.
The folks family, the guys, the men. I mean, the women can come too, but they're not into football like that. So.
Yeah, I'm dragging Miranda to Bills games, so I understand.
You dragging her, right?
Yeah, I buy her tickets. She's like, I'm there.
Does she enjoy herself though? Like,
she always has a good time.
Okay,
yeah, that's the thing, women. Just go to the game. Have some drinks.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy the vibes.
Well, there were a lot of women at that game too.
Women
people get into football for sure.
They like ball. They like women love violent sports.
Yes.
Football,
boxing,
fighting,
hockey.
Hockey. Yeah, a lot of white women love that.
Oh, shit.
That's a white women sport for sure.
Yeah, actually, I've never seen a black woman at a hockey game.
I'm sure we're from we're in Detroit, so
exactly,
that has to be a thing.
Moving on.
We got some games to talk about. I was 1-0 with my single lock last week. Kansas City cashed that shit, 16-7 on the year.
Nice.
Overall 7-7 on the week. I think I'm 67, 64-6 if I remember correctly. Andre, you're in the same boat, 7-7, but a lot worse off for the regular record. I think you're like 55, 74-6
Not
as
doing
well.
good on the regular record.
Yeah, half a year to change it. It's time to go, 74-50.
Yes. I'm doing pretty decent on my locks though. I think I'm almost at 500.
Yeah.
Maybe one game off, I believe.
Yeah, you're like right there. That's the reason we put the handles in the bottom. That's the information you should, be getting while we're recording this.
Yes.
Check us the fuck out.
Give us feedback too, guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, follow, subscribe, all the good stuff. We'll talk these games that I have no notes for. We're just gonna kick this shit today. I had such a good weekend too, man. So, but probably not beating SEC football, but it was a good time. So.
Depending on what rocks your boat.
Yeah, whatever rocks your boat. I'd love to go with you sometime, but
hey, we might be able to do that too, man.
Hey, we'll figure something out. Let's fucking talk Thursday night football. We have the 1-7 Carolina Panthers at the 2-7 Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears, a 3.5-point favorite as of this moment, under over 39. Man, we might get Justin Fields back. We might. Is this a game anyone really wants to watch this week? You tell me what you got, Andre, because
probably only their fan base will be watching this game. I'll probably be watching basketball, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, right.
For me, I'm going Chicago. For one, they're at home. If Justin Fields plays, I'm definitely going Chicago. Right now, it's at 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
Yep. They're running the ball more. The Bears are, probably because of not having Fields. So they were pretty successful at running the ball last week. I think they run the ball. I think it's going to be one of those Thursday games, one of those types of games where it's just not going to be a lot of offense. Both teams can't really score like that anyway. Another thing, Carolina's red zone defense ranks 31st in the league. Mm-hmm. I just found that out. That's huge. Although Chicago is not a scoring team like that, but that's a pretty big statistic right there.
Yeah, it's a big ask. I mean,
So I got the Bears. I don't have a lot on this game though, because I'm not going to bet it. I probably won't watch it, like I said, but hey, we'll see.
I'm out on watching this bullshit. Give me Chicago 3.5, I guess, for the show.
One more last thing.
Yeah, give me something. Also, Montez Sweat did get his contract.
Yes, he did. You're right about that.
Shout out.
But Carolina is 0-4 against the spread in road games as 3.5-point underdogs.
They haven't covered they've covered one game this year. It was the game they won. Yeah. Yes. My bad for riding them for several weeks now. Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
So we're both on Chicago.
Both on Chicago. Right. I guess, is that right? I guess there's another Germany game, and that's where your hometown boys, the Indianapolis Colts, come in. They go on the road with New England to Germany. If that's where the fuck, Frankfurt, Germany.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't know. New England installed as a 1.5-point dog, under over 43.5. I'll be honest with you. I gotta just take New England.
Oh wow, okay.
As much as they stink and maybe they're tanking. They beat the Bills this year. That counts for something. They beat the Jets. That counts for something. I think they can beat a team with a pretty poor secondary, even though they showed out last week against Bryce Young. A lot of teams have done that.
Right. The secondary is poor. However, their offense is doing pretty well, man. Their running game, they're averaging 123.3 rushing yards per game. They've won their last 3 out of last 4, 9 home games. The Colts have. New England has lost 5 of their last 6 games, so they're on a downward spiral. They may be, cashing it in.
But they got J.C. Is it J.C. Jackson? The guy, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they got him back. Did they buy his contract? Like, what?
I'm
are
not
the
sure.
Contract stipulations of a guy who got paid $100 million and then leaves after a year?
That's weird, right?
I don't think they pick up like $60 million of that. That'd be insane. Yeah,
you're right. But I have the Colts on this though. I just think they're going to out offense them. You know what I mean? I don't. New England's offense to me is not that spectacular. Okay, they do not score a lot of points. So I just think the Colts are just going to outscore them to win this game. But the spread scares me. It's a pick 'em, basically. Why is it a pick 'em? Are they that evenly matched, really?
I think it's because it's a neutral field. If this was in Foxborough, it's probably a 1.5 New England.
Okay, all right.
Man, is Belichick got like German hair? Who's going? I feel bad for the fans going to this.
Well, hell, who's going to watch? Shit.
I'll be sleeping.
Right, exactly.
So we're 0-for-2 on games this week is what you're telling me. So let's just move it along. Yeah, New England for me, Indy for you. We'll go to, something that's been kind of bugging me. Kind of heard it earlier and I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Big game, I guess. We got potential rookie of the year, CJ Stroud, going on the road to Cincinnati. Still the hottest team in football in my eyes at the moment. Mm-hmm. Cincinnati is 6.5-point favorite, under over 48. My question to you, did CJ Stroud potentially lose a Heisman to U of M cheating during games?
That's a good question. Possibly.
You know what I mean? Because that was the only game he did not show up in.
Yes, and that really...
And he showed up against Georgia.
He did. Yes, he did. I think, I mean, depending on what type of evidence that they have, how long U of M has been doing this, yeah. You know, a lot of teams may have been susceptible to U of M.
Like,
but, you know, well, a lot of people, you know, did not have a lot of confidence in Stroud, though.
No, I was a doubter. I was a doubter too. For sure.
And that's probably why he was not a number one pick. But he's showing his wares now. He's a good quarterback. Good to
yeah.
You know.
When you're 500 as a rookie, like I was telling someone, I think maybe Sunday, or at some point, I was like, if you're 500 your rookie year, you're gonna be great. That's usually a good sign.
Yes.
Whereas like Bryce Young, for example, that might be a bad pick just because they were a 500 team last year. They're 1-7.
I know, but we just can't
injuries
blame Bryce,
too,
though.
and then they,
it'll
bad
all,
makeshift roster.
We'll see what happens, later on down the line. But Stroud, man, he's tried and true, man. He's having a good season.
Yeah,
for a rookie.
I just think it's not a nothing burger. Like, that kid might have had a Heisman, and that might have been the number one pick.
I know.
Things could have panned out a lot different. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I know most Michigan people think it's a nothing burger or whatever.
It's
a nothing cheeseburger or whatever you want to call it, but after infraction,
It's reputation, man. I still look at New England sideways because of all that stuff that went down.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just don't want that on your resume.
Yeah, no.
But it is what it is. Now, last thing about U of M, if they go ahead and win a national championship, all is forgiven from me.
That's what everyone says. Yeah, it's gonna be asterisks no matter what.
It will be.
Because today the other thing was, well, we got dirt on the other Big Ten schools trying to do it. Well, Michigan State lost you 50-0, and I don't know. You guys have the greatest second halves I've ever seen.
Right.
Those notes are getting put together, but alas, we're an NFL podcast, not college. But I think C.J. Stroud and the D coordinator of Ohio State, who lost his job after that game last year,
yeah, he did,
might have something to say. We'll talk about this game though. I just can't stop backing Cincinnati in these spots. I know 6.5 is a lot to a team that's pretty good, but they just beat the Bills by margin, and that was 3. I think the Bills are still slightly better than Houston. Back-to-back home games. Yeah, give me Burrow and the boys.
I'm with you on that, man. Joe Burrow is on a mission, it seems like, right now. He seems healthy. He's playing very confident.
Yeah.
Cincy is just a better team. They're on a roll right now. They're just better than Houston. I mean, that's all I can really say about this game. And there's a reason that this spread is 6.5. I really believe it. Now, it started off at 7, so, it is dropping.
People lining up, yeah.
Yeah, but I'd have to go. I'd be a fool not to go with Joe Burrow right now, man.
He's getting enough protection.
Yeah. Their running game is looking a lot better now, too.
Yeah. A lot of the early season woes, they're gone. They're back. They're gonna be a contender.
They're a second half team.
They also have to I think they also have to play some tough games soon. I know they play Baltimore in the next couple weeks. That's gonna be one of the biggest games of the year.
Yes, man. And now we'll talk about Baltimore too, but I think Baltimore is the best team in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
And the hottest.
No complaints there. No, I got no pushback on that. We'll, move this game to the side. That'll be one maybe I watch.
That'll be interesting.
There'll be some Sunday football this week. I think I'm going to be chilling this weekend, guys. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, me too.
I
got some stuff going on Saturday night, but, that's not going to be all night.
Yeah, exactly. It's me. Dude. Add it. Won't stop, can't stop. Let's just go to Green Bay. Let's go to Green Bay, going on the road to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, a 3-point favorite, over 38. All right. Can you tell me why this game is only a 3-point spread, Andre? Because I think this should be 6, because I think Green Bay does still suck. Even beating, the Brent Ripon Rams last week, whatever you want to call it.
Well, I think because Pittsburgh struggles offensively, so it could end up being a close game if you consider 3 close in the NFL.
Okay, they're offensively challenged, but
yes.
Does the Green Bay Packers have Mike Tomlin?
They don't, and that's the X factor, and that's why I'm taking Pitt all the way. This might be a lock for me.
It's already there. That's already one. Yeah,
it's no way in hell that Pitt is not going to win this game by a touchdown. I believe.
That's my opinion.
You know, it's a 6-point game to me, and you're right about the spread. I don't know why it's so low.
Jordan Love struggled too. He hasn't been he threw a bunch of touchdowns early in the season, but his completion percentage is in the lower third of the NFL. He's starting to make the bad turnovers, and I think things are catching up. Even though he has his skill, his best skill players officially on the field with Jones and Watson out there,
right?
It just really hasn't panned out. Last week I thought was an anomaly because fuck the Rams, but
right, exactly. Yeah, I mean he's on a he's getting worse, it seems like, as the season progresses. And I'm sure the Green Bayers are probably talking like, oh, is this the right guy? They're having second thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't take a lot of notes for this. I just looked at the matchup and was like, hell, come on, man.
It's just young. I don't know.
This is easy.
Just for me, look at all the quarterbacks in the NFL right now, and who's the most successful? It's seasoned veterans.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a really young quarterback that isn't C.J. Stroud that has a over 500 record, besides maybe Kenny Pickett.
True, but Kenny Pickett, what is his second year? But he has Tomlin again.
There's your answer, yeah.
So Tomlin is just disguising a whole bunch of things. He's a great coach.
Yeah, even with that shitty O-line, they're still getting it done.
Oh my goodness,
it's like
man.
One play a game. There's like a 70-yard bomb to Pickens. He makes a great play. Or Deontay Johnson coming back too. He's been
they
first
say that
touchdown.
Pickens is complaining that he's not getting enough looks. He did something in social media. He made some type of comment.
Cry more, dude.
Yeah. Well, he had a touchdown.
It's a team
yesterday.
fucking sport. Yeah.
I mean, not yesterday. He had a touchdown. The game before.
Thursday.
This game, and he did not drag his He was out. One of his feet were out.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you complaining about, man? You had an opportunity right there.
Yeah.
And you messed my what you call him up? My
Did you have a touchdown parlay?
Yeah, well, not a touchdown parlay. Fantasy football.
Oh yeah.
I could have had points. He got me 1.2 points.
Oh yeah, you still beat me. I don't care. I don't care about all that. You still won. I play you again in my league this week. Fun fact.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm coming back 3-6. It's comeback time.
Hey, we meet again.
I'm starting Derek Carr. Oh God.
Hey, bless your soul.
I think they got it in them this week. But yeah, Pittsburgh for you as well.
I got Pittsburgh, man.
Let's just go to. It's a weird game. There's a lot of matchup deficiencies that I see in it. I don't know much of really if I would bet this at all, but it's Tennessee going on the road to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay a 1-point favorite, under over 38. God, the secondary for both teams is pretty shit. But the rushing defense for Tennessee is just so much better than Tampa Bay. And they have Mike Vrabel, and the other team has Baker Mayfield.
Well, I like Will Levis because it seems like he's throwing the ball with more efficiency. Besides Tannehill,
Tampa Bay just got gashed for 470 yards on Sunday to Houston as well.
Yes. So, they could have some success throwing the ball. Tennessee can, but I took Tennessee. I did take them.
You took them, yeah.
I did. But I'm more interested in the under in this game.
The under 38, interesting. I think it's an over game. I was gonna actually ask you why you would prefer that, just because the secondaries. If Levis throws, if he's throwing the deep ball to Hopkins like he did, they can put up 17.
Well,
Tampa Bay puts up 20 to 24. It'll be close.
I think it'll be close, but both teams are averaging under 20 a game. Tennessee is scoring 18.5 points a game, and Tampa Bay is scoring 19.5 points per game. So
that's probably what it's based on right there then.
Yeah. And then you look at the over-under, 38.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like the under. I don't think
interesting
Tampa Bay is going to score like they did last game.
Yeah, for me.
I'm taking Tennessee, though. I think Tennessee has a slight edge because of Will Levis. I think he's a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield. That sounds crazy.
As of now, for me, it's Baker time. It's do or die if they go 3-6, season's over. You lose that game in that fashion where the running back kicked a field goal on you guys, and he kicked 2 off. Man, nah, it's do or die for both teams. I think they're both 3-5 or something like that. Yeah. I'll take Tampa, just the home team here. Nothing confident at all.
Yeah, I won't be putting any money on this game. No. This is a definite lean for me.
Even
the over-under. I'm talking shit about it, but I'd lean under.
It's a definite pass for me. All right, let's go to a game that is interesting. We'll go to the AFC North. You got Cleveland going on the road to the hottest team in football, possibly the best as of now. You know, these things seem to change week after week. It was Miami one week. It was, I think, Buffalo the next. Mm-hmm. After that, it was San Francisco. Now it's Baltimore, and they're a 6-point favorite here. They're playing probably one of the most stout defenses you could imagine. Clayton Tune couldn't put up any points on him, but does Lamar, set these guys straight in a divisional matchup?
Because it's a divisional matchup, I don't think Baltimore is exactly going to have their way, with them like Baltimore has done Detroit and Seattle. However, I do believe that it still is a 7-point game. They play great at home, okay? Again, I got to go with the better team. They're a better team. They just have more confidence at home. Cleveland's offense still looks shaky to me, man. Deshaun Watson is just not looking good to me at all, man. He will play, I think.
No, he played. Yeah, he played Sunday. So, or did he play Sunday, or was it?
He did play Sunday.
Yeah, I thought he did.
So he's going to be out there. Baltimore is 6-3 against the spread.
Cleveland's probably just as good. Yeah, they're 5-3, so
they are. But with this matchup, I know it's a division game, but I just think that Baltimore is hot right now, and they're at home. Those are 2 main factors for me in this game. And Cleveland, like I said, Cleveland is not looking good offensively to me.
I don't think there's an AFC North game that I'm not taking the points. It just feels like every game's a field goal game, so that's just how I lean with it.
I hear you.
I think the defense. I think last year in these games, I want to say Cleveland routed them too. No,
true.
I know at least one of the times they did, but.
So you saying there's a revenge game then?
No, it's just you play each other twice. It's a rivalry.
Right.
They didn't play each other in the playoffs. So that was the Bengals that Baltimore should have beat. Cough, cough. That would have helped the Bills out. Yeah, I just like the defense for Cleveland here. Just kind of a. I got to hop off the train at some point for a team. I hopped off too soon for Baltimore last week, and I'll stay off the train one more week.
Okay, all right.
Probably not my greatest, pick, and I admit that. That's all right. All right, let's just go to probably... This might be the other game of the week. It sucks because the primetime games this week are so bad. Yeah, there's one other game I'm actually interested in talking about. And then there's like a couple fun ones just for, shits and giggles. But San Francisco on the road at Jacksonville, that's a game right there, man. San Francisco coming off a bye. They're a 3-point road favorite under over 46.5. For me, I have to just keep betting the Niners, even though they've let me down 3 weeks in a row, only based on the prior of Jacksonville can't cover or win at home. They never win at home.
Good point. Yeah, this was an interesting spread to me, and that's one reason why the spread is -3, because Jacksonville can't win at home. However, I took Jacksonville +3. San Fran has lost 3 in a row.
They both coming off the bye too. Now that I think of it,
coming off byes. Yeah. Deebo Samuel is still out. I think that's a big loss for San Fran. Also, I don't know if their tackle is playing.
Trent Williams.
What's going on with him? I'm not sure if he's playing or not.
I've not been in tune with anything, guys.
So, I mean, we don't know. basically. But I don't know. I think Lawrence is going to be a major threat in this game. I also think Brock Purdy has not been playing well.
Don't you want San Francisco to win for your future?
I need them to win, but I'm a realist, though. I'm a realist. I'm not saying that San Fran loses this game, but I think it is going to be a 3-point game.
You don't think adding my boy Chase Young is going to help their defensive front that's already insane?
Possibly. But I just think that, Jacksonville has had time to prepare for this game, too, because of the bye. They've had time to, and they're on a streak of winning, and they've had time to really get their heads together and really, try to win this game, or at least keep it close. All I need for them to do is keep it close. So I'm going Jacksonville +3.
Probably be a push either way. I gun to my head, San Francisco, I almost would super lock this too.
Oh, wow.
It's the ebbs and flow of football, man. Like, you come out so hot.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of... The Cleveland game wasn't expected. Cincinnati, I wasn't expecting. And then the Vikings, I was expecting for whatever reason.
Right.
I told everyone that week.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I just think it's a bounce back time. They know they got to get it together for the division, even though they have, they get to play the Seahawks both times still.
Yeah, and Seahawks are coming off that L.
Yeah, I don't think San Francisco's really played any divisional games besides they played Arizona once for sure. They played the Rams once.
They played the Rams, yeah.
I think they ran. Yeah, that was that shitty fucking game they covered on last second field goal for point differential. So don't feel bad when you get screwed and then go complain to the sports book. There's nothing more I hate than that. Just accept being a loser.
Right. One thing, though, this is an interesting stat, and this is a historic stat, though. Jacksonville is 7-21 against the spread against NFC West teams.
Need I say more? All right,
I'm going against the grain, though.
Hey. Sometimes it happens.
Right.
But yeah, I'll stick with the trend, I guess. All right, let's go to a fun one. We got New Orleans going on the road to Minnesota. Minnesota 2.5-point favorite, under over 41. All right, I think this is like a super fun game. You got a team that's competing for actually both teams at this point are officially in division races.
Yes, very much
Minnesota unexpectedly, New Orleans was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Minnesota unexpectedly, though, loses their quarterback for the season. And instead, last week having... I don't even know what the rookie's name that started was. I think it was something Hall or something.
We'll go with that.
I don't know. I really don't know. And then, Josh Dobbs fucking comes in and saves the day.
Yes. Hold my beer, right? He just
incredible.
Yeah, I give him kudos for that.
Absolutely incredible stuff. The guy didn't even take a snap in practice with them. Goes on the field and wins them a game. I mean, that's probably my favorite story in football this year. Easy.
Yes. I love that. Joshua, I've seen him. We've seen Joshua. I watched him at Tennessee as well. Mm-hmm. Now, he's not top notch, but, he's...
Jobber.
Yeah, exactly.
As a wrestling term, he's a jobber.
He did his job last week. But I got New Orleans in this game because now they can prepare for Joshua Dobbs now.
Yeah.
New Orleans can. New Orleans ranks 8th in defense. Okay, so that's what takes me, to this one. And what leads me to going for New Orleans -2.5, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm with you on it. I always like a road dome team going to a dome.
Yeah,
it's a good advantage.
Exactly
lessens the advantage. I feel like just a little. But don't get me wrong, it's gonna be hype. It's gonna be hype there.
It will be. I mean, Minnesota's 5-4. I mean, they are in the hunt they're in a division race.
Yeah. Also, the Saints, just like the Falcons, have not covered by fucking margin all year long. They're 5-4. I think they've covered twice.
They did that same stuff last year too.
Yeah.
So
just like the
I'm
Falcons.
Nervous, but I like 2.5.
Yeah,
I think this could be a 3-point game.
I think they win by 10. Take the alt line.
Okay.
Take the alt line. I think, the Josh Dobbs experiment. He's a jobber. He came in there, did a fun thing. and we'll just move it along, and we'll go talk about his prior team because it's Kyler Murray's season, I guess. He's back. Maybe. They got to see how, Rich Gannon got to see how this man looks in practice. They're a 1-point home dog to the Atlanta Falcons, who I also fucking hate. That can't cover by margin, nor win on the road. The under-over's 42. I just circled in Arizona here just based on the fact of they have Kyler Murray. The other team doesn't.
Yeah, and I'm not liking the way Atlanta is playing right now either.
They can't cover.
Yeah.
They can't even. The way they lost last week.
I don't think they're using their weapons right. Honestly. I think it has something to do with coaching. I'm taking Arizona too.
Yeah, maybe it's not Taylor Heineke's season. I really thought it would be. I think they're 0-2 since I said that.
Right.
Damn.
I'm going Arizona, man.
Not much for me. Like, critically thinking this through, I'm like, I know Arizona's terrible, but
isn't Atlanta though? I mean, can we call them? Can they be in a terrible category now?
No, they're not in the terrible category just because they're 4-5 or something.
Do they have a heel in the terrible category? A toe, maybe.
Yeah, they're tiptoeing here. I call them the 18th best team in football.
I'm just pissed at them, man, because of last week.
Yeah, no forgiveness. Never betting them. I'm sticking with it. I think they stink. Arthur Smith also hates bettors, and I don't appreciate that.
Right, show us some love.
He actively hates them, so fuck right off. Fuck the Falcons. Let's go to the hometown team. The Detroit Lions are coming off a bye. They're a 2.5-point road favorite to the Los Angeles Chargers. Under over 48.5. Ah, man. I want to bet the Chargers, but my heart doesn't let me do that because, like I said, as a dog, I don't mind the Chargers.
So you're betting on emotion, huh?
No, I'm just taking the Lions. I'm not locking this in nor betting it, but I would take the Lions here coming off the bye. Kind of a tough spot, just like San Francisco got.
Yeah. I'm taking the Lions, too. They're coming off the bye. Chargers have to travel back home, and it's a short week for them too. I think the Lions will be focused. I think that's one of the strengths of the team is to refocus on things. Montgomery will be back for the Lions.
Yeah, ebb and flow too. Like Chargers aren't getting 8 sacks on Detroit like they did the Jets on Monday.
No way.
There's no way.
Speaking of that, Ragnar should be playing too.
There we go. Full strength.
Joshua Jackson will be back too, they say.
Amon-Ra will be full strength. I know he was dealing with illness.
Exactly. So that bye really, really helped Detroit. I think, like I said, they're going to be refocused. I like them. This is not a lock for me though.
Yeah.
But
if they prove they can win, to this team, because the Chargers are kind of heating up. They're still a tough challenge to any team going on the road. Hopefully Detroit, shows out in the stadium too. I would really like to see that just because SoFi seems to be the arena for opposing teams to invade. And we've seen it so far where they've showed up pretty much in most spots, except Baltimore, I'd say. Mm-hmm. But they showed up in Kansas City. They showed up in Tampa Bay. They showed up in Green Bay, of course. But
yeah. They've beaten the teams that they were supposed to beat, honestly. And they played Seattle really tough. I think they should have won that game against Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
Baltimore just, dominated, though. But I think the quarterback that has the better game wins this game as well.
Yeah, Herbert's good, but he looked off. That's my thing.
And that finger, man, I hate the way that finger
not
looks.
Even that. I know everyone's like,
Plus
middle finger to the sky.
Yeah, he almost fumbled last night, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't try to make him fumble more. They got to put more. Detroit has to put pressure on him.
Well, I think the problem is too that they lost potentially two of their best three receivers.
Yeah.
What, Palmer's gone now too? Mike
Yeah,
Williams
he is.
been gone for the season.
Right.
So now it's all Keenan Allen, Gerald Everett, and Quentin Johnston hasn't showed up his rookie season.
He hasn't.
And then Eckler's missed 5 games. He's back, but he can only do so much.
Right. He got to get back into the groove. I think he's a tad off right now. But yeah, you're right. I mean, this has Detroit written all over it. However, I'm still a little bit leery because I'm looking at the spread and other things that kind of concern me. But I don't know. I mean, with Montgomery coming back too, and then you have Jahmyr Gibbs. He's doing his thing now. This could potentially be a Detroit game, like a blowout game.
I don't think it's a blowout. I think it stays from 3 to 7 points. It'll be. I forgot what I heard last week, but it was 75% of NFL games stayed within a score going into the fourth quarter. And that's where this will be, just firmly in that same territory. Ain't no one blowing each other out.
So it could go either way then, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, I get you on that.
But yeah, I'm weary about it, but I lean Detroit, of course.
Yes, I have Detroit.
Oh boy, let's go to this game. I don't know too much about what I didn't realize. Full disclosure, didn't realize Daniel Jones tore his ACL.
Yes.
So it was at the third major quarterback injury this year with Rodgers, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a lot of QBs have went down, man.
Yeah, they're going down.
It's wild. Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood, man. Fuck. And even Burrow and Allen have played hurt.
Yes. Yeah, true.
So a lot of guys. Herbert's playing with a broken finger. It's just one of the. That's the parody of NFL. Guys are just getting hurt.
Injuries are a huge part of the game.
Yeah, don't let it be your guy.
Exactly.
So yeah, the Giants are on the road to the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are instilled as a 16-point favorite right now, over 38.5. I don't know what to think until I know who starts for QB, and it's either Charles Barkley or Danny DeVito. You got two guys. You ain't got much going for you. If it's Barkley, I might lean the 16 because that guy's a pro. But if it's DeVito, good luck, guys. What do you got for me?
I mean, I'm in the same boat. I got to wait to see who's going to start at QB. Because, I mean, this spread is huge, man. What are you, 16.5?
16 is what I
16,
seen.
okay.
Yeah, and it's just going to, if it's Tommy DeVito, it's, oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason. So I'm going to wait and see, man. But Dallas, Dallas is mad. They're upset that they lost against Philly. A game they could have won. They should have won, actually.
Yeah.
So they're going to be pissed. But to me, again, it boils down to the quarterback situation.
Absolutely.
So I'm just going to stand still on this game for now.
So many points, man. So many points. Yeah, I'll lean.
Have we ever seen a spread this big in the NFL?
Last time I seen one was Buffalo and the Giants a few weeks. It was 15.5.
15.5.
That's where it closed, yeah. And then the biggest one ever I've seen was Bills, Vikings. Vikings were 17-point favorites, and they lost.
Right.
That was Josh Allen's coming out party.
Okay.
Shit, we got time. We can hit this game. Washington on the road to the Seattle Seahawks, who just got walloped last week. Seattle a 6.5 or 6-point favorite as of now. Might be 6.5. Over 45.5. I love my Commandos, but can they cover 6? Probably not. They won last week. I was pretty happy about that.
They did.
For Andre's future, I would love to see him win again. Maybe San Fran can take over.
Right. I gotta go Seahawks, man. -6. I think this is a bounce back game for them as well.
Yeah.
They're in a heated division race themselves. So, they got to get the dubs.
Got to get wins wherever you can. So what, they're 5-3, get 6-3.
Yep.
They'll be right there, yeah.
So they're going to play hard.
That's what I'm saying. That's why that San Francisco game matters so much this week.
Man. I would love to see them win.
Both be 6-3, and they got to play each other twice, so that's where it'll come down to the division.
Yes. It could come down to that with Detroit, Minnesota. Not to talk about Detroit again, but possibly.
Yeah, I mean, it could, yeah. Josh Dubs.
Right. Dobster.
Josh Dubs.
But I think Seahawks, they redeem themselves this week and just go ahead and handle their business. I see this maybe being a 7-point game.
Yeah, I am with you. I'll take Seattle here. Let's go to the final 2 games of the weekend. We have Sunday Night Football, a game no one's probably going to watch. The Jets are a 1.5-point favorite on the road in Las Vegas, over 36. Sunday Night Football. God, I'm not watching this. Are you, Andre? I'm be chilling.
No.
Getting my Z's. Getting ready for Monday. Chris, I know you don't listen to the podcast, but, bro, I miss you already.
Congrats, Chris.
Congrats on getting out of where we're from.
Your new journey will take you to a lot of places, man.
Yeah.
This game does suck, though.
This game sucks ass.
Oh, my gosh, man. You know
Aiden O'Connell. Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo, another injured quarterback. There we go. We can just keep adding them to the list.
Yeah, he is, man. I don't know who the hell to pick for this one. The Jets, I was watching the Jets last night, some of it. Their defense still looks awesome.
Did you enjoy yourself watching the game?
Man, I wanted to kill myself. I don't know why I was watching it. Just for bragging rights, I was trying to go 8-6.
Have a winning
rate.
7-7,
yeah. But
look at us,
the
average.
Jets defense is really good. You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna take the Jets in this game. I mean,
they're favorites, yeah. I got no dog in this fight, but lean the Jets. Dude, Zach Wilson by margin, or Aiden O'Connell against probably the toughest defense he'll face all year. Just give me that. Just give me the Jets. If they can get down the field, they're all right. Also, I feel bad for anyone who was betting Breece Hall overs yesterday because I thought that was a for sure fire hit too.
Right.
It's like 54. That sounds pretty reasonable. 50.
Wow.
So I bet the alternate line sometimes, folks. It's never a bad idea.
It's not.
Sometimes less value is more. And then sometimes when you know a team's about to shit on someone, you take the alternate line elsewhere. And that is where I'll transition. Monday Night Football, you got the Denver Broncos going on the road to the Buffalo Bills, over 47 in this game. Folks, I got to lock in Buffalo. And they have not covered for shit this year. I've bet them pretty much every week and have been crushed and crushed and crushed. I don't think they've covered but 3 times this year.
Okay.
It's been pretty bad. They covered against Washington, Vegas, and what's the other one? Miami. They haven't covered a single game otherwise.
They're due then.
Yeah, that's basically what it's based on, and I want to give out one extra lock this week.
Okay.
Just one extra one. I think Denver's a decent football team, but they've had their struggles. It sucks because they're coming off the bye. And the hook of 7.5. Like I'd rather bet it down, and I'm sure people are going to bet Denver heavy early in the week, and this you might get 7.
Yeah, you may see 7.
But I think Buffalo has to get going here. They have to win this week. They have to beat the Jets the week after. Let's get healthier. Like Rasul Douglas, not too bad. Elam, see you later. Terrell Dodson, he was all right. Terrell got knocked out last week with a concussion, so yet again another linebacker injury. I mean, it's if I had to think of a team that's more injured than Buffalo right now, I don't know if I can think of one.
Yeah, they've been getting hurt.
Cincinnati's up there, I think, too.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they have to beat the teams that they're supposed to beat. And this is one of the games. So they got to jump right back on the horse. And I got the Bills, too. I don't have them as a lock, but I have them winning, the spread, covering the spread. I hate to hook on this, though, the 7.5.
Yeah, that's what's scary, but I think they want you to feel afraid.
Yeah. So
you bet Denver.
Right.
Because, I mean, it feels like they've almost been a no bet this year for, like, sports books. They're like, no, we don't want people betting on them.
True.
I mean, they've been fading the Bills. Yeah, you've been cashing out. And the injury bug, man, it's been insane. And the big problem is, man, Bills just can't run the fucking ball.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Is it a scheme, a coaching thing? I guess. Do they want to even try to run the ball?
I would assume you want to. I think every team wants to run the ball at some point. And
I mean, especially
Josh.
Second half, you got to get ready for the playoffs.
Josh hasn't really been turned loose yet either. Like they let him go a little bit on Sunday night, but
well, it seems to me that they would want to run the ball to eliminate some of the interceptions, the turnovers. Because didn't Josh throw another one?
He threw one. Yeah, he's always throwing them. That's just what happens. Mahomes threw. Did he throw one last week?
I don't think he threw one last week.
No, week before. Yeah, the Denver game he threw two. He was pretty bad. But you just look at the pick leaders. It was like Jimmy G's number one.
Yeah.
that guy's dog shit.
Right.
And Allen's up there. Tua has his fair share.
Yeah.
All those guys, they're all around but it's the fumbles that really you look at it. That's what kills them. He's fumbled, I think, lost 3 fumbles this year.
Well, needless to say, they have struggled, but I think this is the bounce back game for them. I think they have to handle their business, right?
Yeah.
They're back at home. Okay, they can lick their wounds a little bit, and they can just play. Carefree ball a little bit, man. Football. They have to win the time of possession battle. I think that's what's been killing them in these games. Look at last week. Cincinnati had the ball for 36 minutes of that game. Yeah. That's going to kill you. Look at the Jacksonville game. Jacksonville had the ball, I think, like 40 minutes in that game. Look at the Giants game. Giants were right there with you. Held the ball like 27, 28 minutes. Tampa Bay, they won that possession battle until the end when they had an 8-minute drive. I think in order to do that, they're going to have to run the ball, man. Exactly. It's about extending drives, and they can't do that if, it's just through the air and they throw 50-yard touchdowns. Right. Keeping that defense that's so just beat up on the field all game, that's why they're getting hurt, man. Yeah. And I think that is somewhat of like an offensive schematic thing. They gotta run the ball more. Get Lenny out there, man. Let me see what he's got still. Something. There has to be something, because if you don't go 2-0 these next 2 games, good luck with the Philly and Chiefs. It could be over, and then you go and play Dallas after that too. Yeah, I mean, right now they're teetering on not making the playoffs. Yeah, it's like get it together now or it is over. Yes. So, I totally agree. But I'm taking the Bills. Lock the Bills. Always locking them. Let's go to quick picks for the week. For me, I'm going with some more covers. Pittsburgh -3. San Francisco -3. Buffalo Bills 7.5. I'd like to get a 7 on it. Okay, I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. That's my only lock right now. Y'all gotta check me out, man, on Twitter or X. On the X. And see what happens Sunday. Amen to that, guys. I gotta edit this shit. I'm fucking out, man. Peace and hair grease. Hey.